What's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm really excited about this one. We want to do this for a few weeks, but I had a little bit of incident with my windshield, which has delayed this project. And but anyway, it actually works out well because it's a perfect time to do this. So you see me in the past, I've done a few digital dash cams. Here's something different than the rest. This is SINJET. It's not your normal digital dash cam. This thing here is vehicle specific, and it also, not only does it doesn't just wrap around your rear view mirror, this thing replaces it, which makes it look OEM and professional. So this thing mounts straight to your windshield. So you don't have to worry about that rubber band stuff that sometimes slips up and down or vibrates or whatever. This thing is gonna go directly on the windshield, which I'm super excited about. Also to note on this thing that I've looked up, not only does it have 24 parking and Wi-Fi, but it also has a Sony chip in both the rear view and the front cameras, which is 1080p crystal clear picture. It's got the touchscreen. I've already looked at the camera for the rear. Even the cables themselves are higher quality I've seen out there, so I'm super excited about getting this one going. But when you climb on my truck, this thing's gonna look factory, and it's gonna be digital. So again, this is SINJET. I'll drop the link down below, but let's get started on this install. I'll start with the open box inside the cab. First off, gang, let me show you something. Yep, I got a new windshield. I will drop a link down below of a video I recommend on how to remove that rearview mirror. On these Fords, it is a pain in the butt. You have there's a spring on the inside, and you have to use a special tool to remove it. 5x ultra wide angle view, dual view, 1080p HD recording, WDR wide dynamic, auto lightning sensing. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Full screen touch, time lapse video, 24-hour video, and then highlight compensation. The H10 mirror dash cam, and let's go ahead and open it up. This is your front camera. So one thing I want you guys to look at, so this will actually mount on your windshield like this, and this points out the front. So, and this plugs into the top of the dash cam. So it's gonna look professional. I'm really excited about it. Rear view camera, and pay close attention because the quality on this thing is heavy. Okay, that to me that says something. Then here's a harness. This is actually the power cord. So has a negative on it, has a fuse tap, and what I like about this is the exact right size for my truck. So I've had other ones that the fuse tabs out there actually don't even, they ship with it, aren't even the right size fuse. I've had to order another set. Because this is vehicle specific, it's perfect. And they do label everything. So if you look, so this says 12 volt, for example, ground, ACC, so bracket that goes on to the rearview mirror. So it takes a hex to tighten it up, so it'd be much easier to take on and off than the factory one. Cable they supply you for your rearview camera, so just, you can't tell it probably on video. I'm just telling you the quality is much greater than I've seen. Okay, comes in a nice sleeve. Okay, here it is. The back here's your sensor. Okay, this is what obviously attaches to the bracket that goes on the mirror. It tells you the model number, all your speakers. Comes with a lens protector on it. And guys, really, so you think about it, a lot of them have problems with wires. All this will be tucked away where you won't even hardly see it. So super excited about that. Here's more of the brackets, and guys, that is it with the open box. I want to go ahead and tell you my plan. So first off, of course, the rearview mirror is going to go here. So for the power, my fuse box is down here. Okay, so I'm going to run the power cables all the way down here, down this pillar, and to the fuse box. Okay, now the rear view camera is going to go a different route. I'm going to take the rear view camera, the cables for rear view camera, down here, all the way down, and then actually this floorboard. There's a hole down here, or a grommet, that will go outside, and that's the easiest way to actually get out underneath your truck. But all of it will tuck in this headliner up here and eventually meet down here in the middle. So as we get started, really, so first thing, this piece here, okay, and then they have this piece here. This is basically an extension. So if you notice there's grooves in here, okay, if you want to extend this out further, I'm going to try to install it without, okay, using the extension, but you'll start with a 3 hex back of your rear view mirror. Go ahead and remove that. Now on this piece here, go ahead and loosen that up as well. Alright, you only go the way you need it, and so you want this to go back in that hole. And basically just like this and slide it down. Here, just tighten this back up. Now position that kind of where you're going to want it. So first off, don't forget about this harness here, okay? So connect power, which we know is this thing here, okay? That's what we're going to put to the fuse. The LK 603, which is going to connect to here, okay? So you'll have this to there, this goes to the power, which goes there, okay? This one is going to be the truck specific, so we'll plug that into the truck harness. This part here is what goes into this box, so we'll just marry those two like so. This goes to the yellow one, right? We mount that onto the window, and then obviously this we run to the rear view camera. See how it just kind of lines up. Okay, let's get this box clicked up the groove here. Basically, the only thing left on this is the connect power, which is what we're going to run next. Take this off. These are just pinch out and just kind of pull. Careful with them because they will tear. All right, that's a 10 millimeter. And then once you're done with that, it's just a matter of pulling it out. Okay. This trim here, I can do it with hand. You might want to use a trim tool. Okay. You're gonna look at the prongs. 2 here, 2 there, and there's 3 in the middle. Fuse box, I get a lot of questions, so there's a few things I do want to cover. Okay, so first off, there's a great spot to run your ground. So right here, if you back this out, this is a 13 millimeter. As you can see, I just use that spot right there for the ground. Okay. People get nervous about the taps. So first off, if you got a voltmeter, that makes it easier, but a voltmeter is not necessary. Okay, and if you go to Google, depending on the make and model you have, you can go to Google and find out a lot about your fuses just by saying fuse and your make and model of your year. A lot of times they'll tell you what is ACC or what is constant, whatever. But you know, obviously, if you use a voltmeter and you turn your ignition on and off, it'll tell you as well. But a couple things on these taps I want to show you. So if you look at this one here, so this is a 5. You pretty much want anything under a 20 to pull out. Okay, and then the direction, like see this 5's upside down, the direction you put it in does matter. Okay, just keep in mind when you pull a fuse, just remember where you pull it, and if something happens, you can always put the fuse back in. So don't stress it too much. All right, so I pulled the 20 and here it is. I'm just gonna put it right here. I want the same direction. Okay, the wire up here through here. Make sure you don't block off your airbag here. Try to run it through the side. We got this all cleaned up like new. So next thing is run. We're going to take the same way. and we're going to run that rear view camera to the back. And guys, we're pretty much got this project whipped. Let me show you why I ran this side. So underneath this seat, lift the carpet up, there's that grommet. So up here, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. All right, so I started pulling the cable. As you can see, you got plenty of cable. All right, let me check in. So I got wire ran to the back, and here's all the extras I left. So kudos to them. And I'm going to go ahead and take this and set it back here. All right, guys, I'm going to walk around back and I'm going to show you where I put mine at real quick, just in case you're curious. So right down there is where I put the back camera. All right, so everything's put together other than the floor mat. Put all these wires up. All right, just tucking those up here. This looks way cleaner than all the other ones, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up with this wire loom. All right, let me show you some of the details of this camera. Got the key in it. All right, it's not on. All right, there's the startup. And guys, I just want you to know too, I still got the screen protector on it here, so it will be clear. But there's a view of my garage, obviously. All right, so if you slide this over, there's the front camera. There's split, so there's the rear, and it's been raining out here in Indy. Rear and the front. Okay, so I'm gonna slide it back. All right, so if you hit this back button here, it's gonna give you the menu. So obviously very clean look. Clock there to the right. Okay, so shortcut there gives you the boot display. You can format your TF card. This Wi-Fi hotspot, that gives you the setup option for the app. If you scan that with your phone, that'll give you that'll basically pull up how you download the app, and we'll get you set up to how you connect the app and all that stuff. And then DVR, obviously this takes you back to the home page. Playback, this shows you all the files it's recorded, for example, right? There's the photos, any photos that you've taken on your phone. And then same thing for the rear view. This is front view recording, rear view recording. All right, here's the settings. So I've got the loop recording for mine set on 3 minutes. I get that question quite a bit. You have the option of go 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, and then auto switch to rear view. So if you're driving down the road, if you want to go ahead and automatically just change to rear view, you can. As you see, I've got mine set on 5 minutes. You can change that to either off or 30 seconds or 1 minute. And then sound recording, that just makes the noise when you want to record it. And then time-lapse recording. So I've got mine set on 24 hours. All right, here's other options. This is the recording frame rate. So that's the size of the picture and per second. I got mine at 50 per second. All right, so let's go to the general screen clock. That puts the clock on the screen, obviously. Then beep sound. I've got the beep sound turns off. Then there's the volume, screen color, temperature. So standard, you can turn on warm. So I just think the standard just gives you the best look, but that's your preference. You can change that. Auto screen off. Gravity sensing, I've got mine on the middle, has different settings there. Auto anti-glare, I choose to keep that on. Front camera options, it lets you you can disable the front camera. I don't know why you would. You can just turn it off if you don't want it. I guess that would save you, file size on your disk or whatever. Date time options, you can just change your date and time there. Then format, it's got different ways you can do it. So if you want your months to go before your dates or years or whatever. And then obviously if you want to go to military time, some call it, or whatever. Then factory reset, if you want to reset it. And then you can format your TF card there, that's how you reset it. Then firmware, lets you update it, system update and all that stuff. We're not going to do that right now. Let's go back, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go back to the DVR. Then on this, obviously that's your brightness. You can adjust it, sliding it back and forth, just so. Okay, that turns the, if you don't want it to listen to you, or record your voice, I should say, you can turn that off. If you want to take a picture, so say you took a picture, all right, you can lock the video file there. Okay, so we take this back. All right, now I want you to see what it looks like when you turn it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the key out over here, all right? And I'm gonna open my door up. As you can see, it does the countdown. There it is, all right? And then I had a few people ask me what the mirror looks like. As you can see, now these bubbles here are because I still have the plastic film on it. I'm gonna show you here. It's the plastic film. It'll be even clearer. I just choose to keep my film on. But guys, just look at this. So look how clean it is. A lot of you see, like, you know, some of the other brands out there, I'm not gonna call them out, but some of the other brands on the Amazon, you'll just see all kinds of wires up there. But look how clean this is. You know, I can actually get that a little bit tighter. I'll get my zip tie out on that. But I'm not gonna put another one in my truck. That's how excited I am with this one. I just think it looks, my other car is a Cadillac CT6, it has a digital camera on it, and I like this one better. So I'm really, really pleased with it. And then so here's the files on the camera. So look how clear that is even on my phone. See if I turn it sideways. Yeah, look at that. So look how clear that is. Now, if you see, I'm kind of low to the ground, so if I want to raise that up, it just slides up. And you can just go like that, but I purposely put mine kind of low. So if I want to do a front view, now keep in mind this has night vision as well. Now if I want to do both, now it's wired. Look how clean that looks. You're really not going to find a cleaner looking digital camera than that, digital mirror I should say, than that. We'll wrap this one up, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Share with anybody out there you think might be interested as well. Give me a like. And but anyway, guys, I do love to see your builds out there. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at F150_boss. Thanks for all you do. You all have a great day.